Gary, this ought to be a good one. Eastern View trying to complete a 20-0 regular season. And the Devils 16-4, 11-2 in the district, in second place. And this could have been a game where they were playing for the district championship, but they lost the other night to Chancellor. So they're playing for pride here, and they want to stop Eastern View's regular season winning streak.
Yeah, I agree, Diane. This is a place to be tonight in Culpeper. I'm telling you, there's 1,000 people here. This is a game we've been waiting for, and I'm looking forward to this, and I think it's going to come down tonight to rebounding. Who controls the boards? Because if Culpeper controls the boards with Autumn Fairfax and Maylee Regan and Kelly Hutcherson, they get out on that break. Autumn Fairfax is tough to handle, okay, between her and Maya Robinson. But it's going to be a different story tonight, I believe, because Eastern View has got Chloe Bowles. We've talked about Chloe Bowles before. If she doesn't get in foul trouble and can control those boards along with Destiny Washington, and Hayanku's pretty good on the boards too, I think that Eastern View is going to play well. But if they don't control the boards and they let Autumn and Kelly and Regan control the boards and they get out on that break with Autumn Fairfax and Maya Robinson, they're going to be tough to beat tonight.
Well, I think one of the keys in this ball game is going to be Maya Robinson, the freshman for Culpeper, and she's averaging about 21 points a ball game. The other night, the last game we did on TV, and we watched her, she was cold as an iceberg, and she could not hit anything. Autumn Fairfax is going to get her points, and Eastern View is going to try its best to cut off Autumn Fairfax. So if they do that, and Amaya Robinson can shoot from outside, that's going to be a big difference, because then you're going to have the inside-outside. You can't cover them both. And, of course, they've got Bailey Regan in there. They've got some height. Fairfax is about 6 foot. Bailey Regan is about 5'10". So they have more height than Eastern View, except for Chloe Bowles.
Chloe Bowles.
And Chloe Bowles is, like you said, maybe the key to this ball game.
Yes, I think so. And because whoever controls the boards, Eastern View doesn't run a whole lot. They're more in the half-court set. But Autumn Fairfax does, and that's how she gets 75% of her points, comes from layups in transition. So, therefore, whoever controls the boards, I think, is going to win this basketball game and is going to control the tempo of the game tonight.
Well, the first time these two teams met back in January, Eastern View won by 4 points. It was a very, very good, well-played ball game, and we're expecting the same thing tonight. Corey Hutchison for the Blue Devils, and Mike McCombs never had a 20-0 perfect season for the Blue Devils, for the Cyclones. So a lot at stake here tonight, including bragging rights. So we'll be back with the starting lineups and the start of tonight's ball game, Culpeper and Eastern View. And now we will pause for 1 minute on the Culpeper Media Network.
Able Heating and Air, answering any and all questions you may have about your HVAC system. There's peace of mind knowing they are able to keep your home comfortable. Able Heating and Air, 718-7556. Found & Sons, more than a respected funeral home, they support youth at all levels so they can become tomorrow's leaders. Found & Sons, 825-3530. Battlefield Automotive, willing to take your trade and offer up to 125% of Kelly Blue Book Fair Trade value, along with a free trade appraisal. Battlefield Automotive, 547-3673. Questioning your career path? Explore the opportunity of CNC Milling, a field that touches all corners of everyday life. Get your career on a new pathway. Hometown history is made with each passing season. Reconnect and remember those stories that helped shape Culpeper. Rediscover local sports documentary at localsportshistory.com.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, Corey Hutchison, the coach of the Culpeper Blue Devils making a presentation.
How special this kid really is. Autumn has been a 4-year starter. Most kids who finish out their varsity careers after playing 4 years will end up playing at least 88 games for the regular season. And if you add 2 games for at least a couple of playoff games, you may end up around 96 games over a 4-year varsity career. And at 12 points a game, you can reach over 1,000 points. Well, Autumn has reached it in only 64 games.
Autumn being recognized.
Meaning she could have possibly hit 1,000 points in her 3rd year, and now she would just be added to the total. If you would stand with me and congratulate number 13, Autumn Fairfax, on joining the 1,000 point club.
Very nice tribute there to Autumn Fairfax. As we get set for the starting lineups to be introduced, all our players are out there. She's got a game ball or a representative ball, and now we're taking pictures, and she's a good ball player.
1,000 points in 64 games. That's pretty good, Donnie.
That's pretty good. And she is going to college. She is going to Coastal Carolina on a soccer scholarship. She's an excellent soccer player, too. So just an all-around athlete. Her sister, Amber, she played at Culpeper. She was a good ball player. And she is now, let's see where, she's at Citadel playing soccer. So they're a soccer family.
Well, there's a buzz in the crowd tonight, like I said earlier, Donnie. Wait for this game to get started.
I think we're going to have our national anthem again. So, ladies and gentlemen, the Star Spangled Banner. National anthem played for the Culpeper High School Pep Band. Did a good job on that, Gary Deal.
Well, the band kind of makes you feel like it's a college atmosphere a little bit, Donnie. They're here tonight, and they got their ensemble here with them. And like I said earlier, you could brought your guitar, and you could have mixed right in with them.
And you could have sang a national anthem, and I would have played. That would have been great. All right, starting lineups.
For Eastern View, number 2, Angie Hianku. We got number 10, Layla Hackley. We got number 15, Chloe Bowles. We got number 23, Destiny Washington. And we got number 11, Sanaya Brown.
All right, and now for the Blue Devils.
Number 11, Susie Ishmael. Number 12, Maylee Regan. Number 13, the 1,000-point scorer, Autumn Fairfax. Amaya Robinson, the freshman, who's really been playing well. And Kelly Hutcherson.
All right. We are ready to rumble here at the Culpeper Middle School gym, Ida Kate Carter Gymnasium. Culpeper and Eastern View. Culpeper comes in 16-4. They have lost 2 games in the Battlefield District. 1 to Chancellor the other night and 1 to Eastern View back in January by 4 points. Eastern View 19-0. Mike McCombs and his girls trying to complete a perfect 20-0 regular season.
And Angie Hiyanku, I know I'm always talking about Angie Hiyanku, but Donnie, like I've said before, I think she's a really good basketball player. She's fundamentally sound. She's a sophomore. She knows how to play the game. She doesn't make too many mistakes at all for her age. She's a great shooter, got good form, got good rotation on the ball. And I'm looking forward to see what she does tonight in a pressure situation.
She has basketball instincts. All right, Chloe Bowles will jump against Autumn Fairfax. Blue Devils in white, and Eastern View, of course, in the blue. Layla Hackley. Blue Devils in the zone. Sanaya Brown comes out. Trying to lob it in to Iyanku. No go. Fairfax driving, missed it. Got it back, missed it again. Eastern View comes up with it. Hackley pulls it out.
Like I said earlier, Donnie, Eastern View is more of a team that sets the ball up, is patient, runs their offense, looks for an open shot, and Culpeper wants to get out and run.
Destiny Washington on a nice assist there from Chloe Bowles. Fairfax. Corey Hutchison, no. And Maley Regan is right there to put it in, and we're tied at 2.
Offensive rebound for Culpeper. We were talking about controlling the backboards earlier and rebound, and that was one right there.
Fairfax comes into this game with a 24-point season average. They get it into Iyanku. And a 3-pointer by Layla Hackley.
Layla's been playing well, Donnie.
All these girls have been playing well, both teams. Robinson can't get it to go, but she is fouled. Corey Hutcherson getting up and telling his girls to take your time, don't rush it. Amaya Robinson, anxious to see what this girl is going to do before she graduates. She is a freshman and she is good. Robinson got the first one. Amaya will put the second one up, and she gets them both.
Good rotation on that ball, Donnie. She has good rotation and nice technique for shooting the basketball.
5-4, Cyclones up by 1 point. Washington in the corner. Iyanku can't get it to go. Rebound is scrambled for, and we got a foul. Foul's going to be called on Sanaya Brown. No, excuse me, Ishmael. It's going to be called on Culpeper. Steal. Robinson driving on Hackley. Got it.
Good concentration there on that finish, Donnie.
6-5, Culpeper on top. These fans are ready to bust loose here on both teams. Nice block there by Autumn Fairfax.
These girls come to play tonight, Donnie. They're hustling and playing good basketball. I think Eastern View might be a little nervous. Looks like a little jittery right now.
Hackley. Iyanku, no. Rebound comes down to Culpeper. Fairfax. All the way. Wheels, puts it up. Got it. Autumn Fairfax for 2. 8-5, Culpeper by 3.
In transition, Donnie, rebounded the basketball, went to full length of the court. That's where she lives on, what she lives on. That's why they got to control the boards tonight.
Washington, 3. That's a 2. That's a 2, excuse me. I remember a kid at Rappahannock used to do that, bring it from one end to the other, named Harry Jordan. You ever remember him? He was a basketball player back in the 70s. Robinson working on Sanaya Brown. Fairfax, a long 3, no good. Ishmael had it and lost it, swam up for the ball.
Great hustle by Layla Hackley there.
Hayanku's right there. She's always around that ball. Hackley would set up the offense. Sanaya Brown. Eddie Brown threw it away. Fairfax driving. And she is fouled, and she got away with a palming violation there.
They were calling it the other night. Remember, the referees
yes.
that refereed the last game we telecasted. They were calling her a couple times on that. But that's how she takes those long strides, and a couple strides per dribble is just slightly maybe carrying the ball a little bit.
She did it one time right there.
It's hard to call because it's very quick.
Hackley, Autumn Fairfax gets the first one, she'll have another. Sometimes she's better off letting the guard bring that down, but she likes to bring it all the way. Missed that one. Hayanku, 3. She was left open and she made them pay.
You can't leave her open, Donnie. You got to pick her up at the half-court line or just after the half-court line.
Hutcherson missed it. Rebound, Hayanku. (10-9). Eastern View by 1. Rejection there by Fairfax. Driving. Got it. And a block.
Transition again. Mistakes and rebounds. If she gets that basketball, she's going to take off with it, and you've got to pick her up and slow her down. If you don't control the boards and you make mistakes and allow it to happen, Culpeper's going to win this basketball game.
Foul is on Tinsley. Mia Tinsley's in there. And Fairfax gets the 3-point play. 12-10 Culpeper. 3:30 to go, first period. Into Bowles. Tinsley can't get it to go. Culpeper comes down with a rebound. Robinson on the break, 1-on-5. She holds it up and then takes it. Nobody there. Hayanku comes down with a rebound for Eastern View. That might have been a better to pull that one out and wait a little bit.
Yes, that's a freshman mistake. Maya Robinson will improve on that.
Hayanku can't get the shot. And here comes Fairfax. Turned it over again. Reagan is blocked by Chloe Bowles.
Now, if I was coaching Eastern View, I would be on them referees doing this and calling the carrying.
She's done it twice going down the floor.
She has, but they don't notice it. They haven't seen it yet. But
Reagan will throw it in, gets it into Fairfax. To Reagan. Short. Ishmael. Susie Ishmael for 2. 14-10. Blue Devils up by 4.
Bowles is out of the game, so the rebounding is going toward Culpeper right now. Here we go again.
Robinson missed it. Fairfax. This time she held it up. Robinson gets it out. Oh, 3-second violation is going to be called, I think, on Maylee Reagan.
You got to have Bowles in the game against Autumn Fairfax. If not, she's going to control those boards, and it's going to be transition up and down all day, all night long.
Blue Devils have the height. Eastern View has the depth. And we'll see what happens. 2:04 to go. Tinsley. Bowles makes the move and is fouled by Maylee Reagan.
That's what I think we're going to see more of. We're going to see more of Bowles and more of Angie Hayanku if I'm thinking like Coach McCombs is thinking, because in that low post, you want to get it into Bowles and let her go to work a little bit to get Autumn Fairfax into foul trouble. If they do that, then I think they're going to be successful.
And Bowles gets the first one. She'll have another. 14-11. Blue Devils by 3. Blue Devilettes by 3. Culpeper's won the state championship in basketball twice over the years. Come close a couple of other times. Washington puts it back up. 14-13. Ishmael comes up with a loose ball. Fairfax, no. Knocked around. Candace Brown, number 14, is now in the ball game. Hayanku out to Tinsley, down to Bowles. Moving that ball around. Tinsley, got it. 15-14, Eastern View by 1. We got us a ball game, boys and girls. Robinson can't hit that three-pointer. Reagan got the loose ball and threw it right into the hands of Chloe Bowles. But Fairfax took it away and scores. Under a minute. First period, 16-15, Culpeper by 1. Tinsley, nope. And nice block there by Fairfax to let that ball go out of bounds, and it'll be Culpeper basketball. Zariah Brown's coming in for Eastern View. 35 seconds left. Robinson takes the three. Got it! If she can do that all night.
Hey, we've seen her do that before, Donnie, where she's had about 30 points in one game. She wasn't missing.
And Brown puts in 2. Zariah Brown. 10 seconds. Robinson for 2 more. 3 seconds. Tinsley. And a foul is called before the buzzer. Official says put 1 second on the clock. Foul, I think, I'm not sure who the foul was called, but it won't be a shooting foul. So you got 1 second on the clock. Eastern View with the basketball. They could possibly get off a shot here. Outside, Washington, short. First quarter comes to an end, and what a ball game we have. 21-17, Culpeper leading Eastern View. We will be back with the second quarter in just a moment on the Culpeper Media Network.
Able Heating and Air, answering any and all questions you may have about your HVAC system. There's peace of mind knowing they are able to keep your home comfortable. Able Heating and Air, 718-7556. Found & Sons, more than a respected funeral home, they support youth at all levels so they can become tomorrow's leaders. Found & Sons, 825-3530. Battlefield Automotive, willing to take your trade and offer up to 125% of Kelly Blue Book Fair Trade value, along with a free trade appraisal. Battlefield Automotive, 547-3673. Questioning your career path? Explore the opportunity of CNC Milling, a field that touches all corners of everyday life. Get your career on a new pathway. Hometown history is made with each passing season. Reconnect and remember those stories that helped shape Culpeper. Rediscover local sports documentary at localsportshistory.com.
Well, Culpeper's 2 big guns are doing what they have done all season long. Amaya Robinson with 9 points and Autumn Fairfax with 8 in that first quarter, with Culpeper holding a 21-17 lead.
And if Maya Robinson can get some space and get that jumper off, she can get hot, Donnie. We've seen her get hot before. And she's really the big threat in the half-court set for Culpeper. Other than that, unless they get a layup, they don't have much of a half-court set.
Ishmael had it, lost it. Fairfax puts it up, no, and Fairfax is fouled.
So you got Bowles out of the game right now, and they just got 3 offensive rebounds.
I take that back. It's Maylee Reagan that's fouled and will go to the line. Third team foul, or 14 foul on the Cyclones, 3 team fouls on Culpeper. Maylee Reagan missed it. Close ball game like this, free throw shooting could be a big factor. Reagan, second shot, 1 out of 2. 22-17, 5-point lead for Culpeper, biggest lead of either team of the night.
This is what happened the last time they played, Donnie. Remember, Culpeper had a 5, 6, 7-point lead all the way through the middle of the third quarter, and then Eastern View started turning it on.
Fairfax gets the Hayanku miss. Fairfax driving, and that's going to be an offensive foul.
That's what you got to do with Autumn, because she's going to come in there. She's headstrong. She's going downhill, and she's going to go to that basket. So you got to either pick her up at half court and slow her down, or you got to take the charge when she gets down in the lane area.
And Mike McCombs is smart enough. He can figure that out. He is a good coach. Candace Brown dumps it off. Hayanku. Nope. Destiny Washington comes up with a loose ball. And a steal by Ishmael. Hutcherson almost had a pocket pick. Robinson open for 3. No. Way off.
Hayanku Donnie is going to have to start taking the basketball to the hoop a little bit more tonight. She's very good at that. She's looking for an outside shot every time. But she's going to have to make sure of some shots and take it inside.
Soraya Brown missed it. Fairfax, and this time she holds up and waits for help. And she palmed it right there, too. Hutcherson, no. Ishmael had it, lost it, gets that out to Fairfax. Reagan, quick pass off the middle, off the backboard, no good, and a whistle down under. Ball will go over to Eastern View.
Fairfax net set, half-court set, was out at top of the key. She's going to have to get under the basket and get some of those offensive rebounds, especially with Bowles being out. She needs to hustle down and get under that basket if Culpeper wants to get some points in the half-court set.
Ella Corbin, 25, is in the ball game now for Culpeper. Culpeper's not that deep. Underneath, Candace Brown for 2. Reagan, Fairfax driving, and she is fouled. Will go to the line to shoot 2. Fairfax has had one game tonight this season where she got 40 points, and she has had 4 games where she got 30 or more. So she can light up the scoreboard.
Well, she's not going to get that tonight, Donnie, I don't believe, because most of those high-point games, a lot of them came from weaker teams in Eastern View, as we know. So she was getting a lot of layups and a lot of transition points, and she's going to get some of those tonight, but Eastern View's got a little bit better talent, and I don't think they're going to allow that all game long.
Well, Culpeper had, just like Eastern View, most of their games have been blowouts. I mean, they beat somebody, I think, in Manassas Park 84-12. So, well, she got 2 out of 2 there. 23-19. Culpeper leading. Culpeper is, Ella Corbin comes up with the ball, and she is fouled. Culpeper is 9-0 at home this year, but while this is a home game, is not really home because all the other games have been played over at the high school, and they haven't played a home game at the middle school all year, so it's kind of an away game, although it is a home game. Corbin drives, has it blocked by Bowles. You know, the one thing I think that should have happened tonight, we see the Culpeper cheerleaders, but with a crosstown rivalry, they should have brought the Eastern View cheerleaders too. I think that would have been appropriate. Reagan missed it. Ayanku for Eastern View. Drives the baseline, puts it up.
That's what I'm talking about
Got
right
it.
there, Donnie. That's what Angie Hiyanku has got to do tonight in order for Eastern View to win this ball game.
24-21.
She's got to penetrate and take it to the hoop because she can do that.
Robinson missed it. Kelly Hutcherson got it. She stepped on the line. So turnover gives the ball to, well, it actually wasn't a turnover because nobody really controlled that ball. 24-21, 3-point lead for the Culpeper Devilettes.
Chloe Bowles is a mismatch down low, but they don't they're not posting her up in the low post. I'm surprised that she's not going to get the ball a little bit more down in the deep low post.
Ayanku, long one, no good. Rebound, Fairfax leads it ahead to Robinson. Robinson short. Eastern View the other way. In the middle of Bowles, kicks it out. Saved there by Destiny Washington. Via Tinsley, 13 in the ball game now. Tinsley driving and dumps it off to Candace Brown, who missed it. Robinson for two.
Wow.
She just blew by the defender.
That was impressive for a freshman, Donna.
She's an impressive ball player. She's going to be something else by the time she's a senior. (26-21), 5-point lead by the Blue Devils. Ayanku down the lane. No good. Rebound. Bailey Reagan.
Good move by Hiyanku, though. Smart play.
Corbin. Way off the mark. Right there, Robinson had it, lost it out of bounds, but touched last by, I think maybe Destiny Washington or Candace Brown, one of the two. I couldn't tell. And we got a timeout. Timeout on the floor, and while we got this timeout, we'll remind you about Battlefield Automotive, willing to take your trade and offer up to 125% of Kelly Blue Book fair value, along with a free trade appraisal. Battlefield Automotive, 547-3673. Found in Sons, more than a respected funeral home, they support youth at all levels so they can become tomorrow's leaders. Found in Sons, 825-3530. LocalSportsHistory.com. Hometown history is made with each passing season. Reconnect and rediscover local sports at LocalSportsHistory.com. Blue Devils outside. Fairfax into the lane, puts it up for two more. 28-21, 7-point lead for Culpeper. 2 minutes and 48 seconds to go.
It's 12 points for Autumn Fairfax.
First half. Ayanku down low to Bowles. No good by Washington. Candace Brown has it knocked away. Washington puts it up. And Hiyanku is fouled under and will go to the line.
Now, we were talking about overpassing in the first game, Donnie. Now, Chloe Bowles is overpassing right now.
She should have put that in.
She should be more aggressive because she is a mismatch in there, and she needs to be more aggressive trying to score the basketball.
Okay, we got another timeout here, and again with timeout on the floor, and the score 28-21. Blue Devils by 7. We will remind you that if you are searching for a promising career, train to be a certified, always in-demand machinist at New Pathways Technical School, located at the Carver Center on Route 15. Take a new pathway to success at newpathwaystech.com. UVA Community Credit Union, strengthening the financial health of our members and of the Culpeper community. UVACreditUnion.org. Angia Yanku will go to the line as we resume play with 2:23 left in the first half. Blue Devils leading by 7, Blue Devilettes. And Yanku can't get it to go. Good officials here tonight. They've did a good job in the first game and have done a really good job here in the second game. Yanku gets 1 out of 2.
Except they're blocking our view, Donnie. That's the one thing that we need to get straight with them.
Well, Fairfax off the glass for a 3. The bank is open. Did she call it? I didn't see. 31-22, 9-point lead for the Blue Devils. Mia Tinsley, no. Reagan to Fairfax to Robinson, underneath to Hutcherson. What a play by the Culpeper Devilettes. That was basketball at its best.
Excellent passing. Good team basketball there.
11-point lead for Culpeper, and Eastern View is in uncharted waters now. I don't think they've ever been behind by 11 this season. Fairfax, can she do it again? No. And Robinson hustling over there to try to get that loose ball, but couldn't. 1 minute and 26 seconds left to go in the first half. Culpeper trying to stop Eastern View from getting a perfect 20-0 regular season and avenge an earlier loss, 4-point loss back in January.
If Yanku, Donnie, doesn't take this game over, I think Eastern View might be in some trouble tonight.
Candace Brown, no. Hutcherson comes down with the ball. Ahead to Robinson. Put it in another gear, went in, missed it. Reagan with the basket on the follow. 35-22. Susie Ishmael will check back in as Eastern View comes away without a basket. And a steal there by Destiny Washington. Hayanku off the glass, will not go. She got it back. And now Fairfax. Underneath, Reagan for 2. Oh my goodness.
It's that transition game I was talking about, Donnie. If you let Culpeper get out and run, they're going to do well tonight. That's what's happening.
37-22, 15 seconds left in the first half from the corner. Culpeper with the rebound. Robinson takes the 3, can't get it. 5 seconds. Hayanku. Half-court shot almost went at the buzzer. First half comes to an end. What a half for the Culpeper Devilettes, leading 37-22 over the Eastern View Cyclones. We'll be back after our halftime break on the Culpeper Media Network.
Able Heating and Air, answering any and all questions you may have about your HVAC system. There's peace of mind knowing they are able to keep your home comfortable. Able Heating and Air, 718-7556. Found & Sons, more than a respected funeral home, they support youth at all levels so they can become tomorrow's leaders. Found & Sons, 825-3530. Battlefield Automotive, willing to take your trade and offer up to 125% of Kelly Blue Book Fair Trade value, along with a free trade appraisal. Battlefield Automotive, 547-3673. Questioning your career path? Explore the opportunity of CNC Milling, a field that touches all corners of everyday life. Get your career on a new pathway. Hometown history is made with each passing season. Reconnect and remember those stories that helped shape Culpeper. Rediscover local sports documentary at localsportshistory.com.
We get set for the third quarter here at Culpeper Middle School, with Culpeper leading Eastern View by a score of 37-22. Eastern View is undefeated so far this season, and Culpeper trying to upend them. Gary, quick check on the scores.
For Culpeper tonight, Donnie, Alden Fairfax led the team in the first half with 15. Amaya Robinson, 11. Maylee Regan, 7. And for Eastern View, Destiny Washington had 6, and Angie Hiyanku had 5.
And Bailey Reagan got a hand in there. Culpeper has 37 points in the first half. They only had 39 in the whole game when they played Eastern View the first time.
Well, and Bowles is not in the starting lineup starting the second half, Donnie. I'm not sure if she's hurt or what's going on, but it might be a long second half for Eastern View with her not being in the lineup to control those backboards. Because Culpeper's confidence is really high right now after that display in the first half.
Autumn Fairfax was over there jumping up and down. Look at that. Nice pass under to Maylee Reagan. She couldn't get it, missed that shot. Sanaya Brown comes down with it. Tinsley brings it out, sets up the offense. Devilettes in a zone. And Sanaya Brown throws it right to Culpeper, but gets it back. Well, our one scoreboard over here just bit the dust, but now it is regurgitated. In the corner, Hiyanku, Tinsley for 3, and she got it. Mia Tinsley.
Good shot by Tinsley there.
37-25. That first 3 minutes of the third quarter, we always say that's a big turning point for a lot of teams. Eastern View needs to come back a little bit. Robinson in and out again. 37-25. Eastern View has pulled it back to within 12.
You're right, Donnie. The first 5 minutes of the third quarter is very important. And if Eastern View scores here, it's going to give them some confidence.
Washington missed it. And Susie Ishmael lets it go out of bounds. It'll belong to Culpeper.
Angie Hiyanku has got to get in the game. She's not really into the game tonight like I thought she would be.
All right, we got a timeout on the floor. Timeout, and we'll remind you of our live sponsor for tonight's game, Able Heating and Air, answering any and all questions you may have about your HVAC system. There's peace of mind knowing they are able to keep your home comfortable. Able Heating and Air, 718-7556. UVA Community Credit Union, strengthening the financial health of our members and of the Culpeper community. UVACreditUnion.org. And localsportshistory.com. Hometown history is made with each passing season. Reconnect and rediscover local sports at localsportshistory.com. And speaking of that, as we said in the opening game, this year's the 50th anniversary of the 1973 Boys Championship. Fairfax works her way in. She got it, and she got a foul. And that was good move right there because she had to weave her way in between. She didn't get the charge.
Very good, strong move by Autumn Fairfax there. She will not be denied, and she's going to play like that every game. Every game I've seen her play, that's the way she plays. She takes it strong through the hoop, and usually is successful.
Missed that one. Layla Hackley in the corner, looking for help, gets it out to Destiny Washington. Mia Tinsley. Tinsley takes the 14-footer, missed it. Washington. Ayanku. She will not shoot over Reagan. Now moves on the baseline, but missed it. Reagan to Fairfax. How did she get that shot off?
That was a little bit of luck there.
That was I think it was a lot of. But I'd rather be lucky than good anytime. The old saying. If you throw it up, it's got a chance to come down in the basket.
It was like one of those putts you made the other day.
Now. Leave us not get personal here, my man. 41-25 our score, Culpeper, and we got another timeout on the floor. With 4:50 to go, and with timeout, we will pause for 30 seconds.
This broadcast is brought to you by the following community sponsors.
Able Heating and Air, 718-7556. Found & Sons, 825-3530. Battlefield Automotive, 547-3673. New Pathways Career and Technical Education, 423-2134. LocalSportsHistory.com. Learn more at info@localsportshistory.com.
We are back, and we thank you out there in TV land for watching. We're either on Channel 10 or on YouTube or wherever you may be watching. Great ball game here, 41-25, Culpeper leading.
It's Channel 21 on my TV, Donnie.
It's no channel on my TV because we don't get it. That's good because I don't like to watch myself on TV. Fairfax had it, lost it, got it back. Oh, behind the back with a little dribble twice. Little show here. Turns, puts it up, and 5 seconds. And I don't like that call because it was the defender was guarding her for 5 seconds, but she was moving into the lane. It was not like she's outside just kind of hanging there and couldn't do anything. I don't like that call. These guys were doing so good.
Well, next time out, Donnie, we'll get with the referee and tell him, give him your opinion. How about that?
I'd be glad to do it. Ayanku turns and puts it up and got it.
That's who's got to get this team, Eastern View, back into the game. Ayanku.
Backcourt pressure creates a turnover for Eastern View. Ayanku missed it. Candace Brown got it.
Ayanku's got to be a little more aggressive, take the ball to the hoop a little bit more, get some easy baskets. Once she starts getting those easy baskets, then she'll make some outside shots.
Layla Hackley down low. Washington turns and can't get it. Candace Brown. Hackley for three. Eastern View just having a hard time with those outside shots. Ayanku turns, puts it up, off the mark, and the ball will turn over to the Blue Devils. A 14-point lead for the Blue Devils. Backcourt pressure down in. It comes to Fairfax. Washington on her. Fairfax dumps it off. Reagan for two. Nice play there by Autumn Fairfax. Good assist.
I tell you what, Regan doesn't miss those bank shots underneath. She focuses and is very good at making those easy shots.
Here comes Fairfax again. Gets by her defender and will go to the free throw line. Hackley's charged with a foul. That is the second team foul on Eastern View in the second half. Fairfax at the line.
Well, the game has gone like we thought it was going to go, Donnie, as far as the transition game with Culpeper getting up and down the court with Autumn Fairfax and Maya Robinson and Regan, and off of turnovers or rebounds. And that's the story of the game tonight.
20th point for Autumn Fairfax with 3 minutes to go in the third period. Fairfax second shot, missed it. There goes Hayanku, and there goes Hayanku with 2 points. Backcourt pressure, almost a steal. Robinson got it, controlled it. And she is fouled by Mia Tinsley. 2 minutes and 48 seconds to go, third period, 44-29. Here's their score. Culpeper leading as Amaya Robinson missed that shot. Washington the other way, couldn't get it to go, but she is fouled. I think Hutcherson called for the foul. And the official did a little dance there to show that was a good move there.
Well, if I'm Coach Hutcherson, with this big a lead going into the bottom half of the third quarter.
And if you say freeze it,
I'm going to slow it down a little bit.
If you say slow it,
I'm going to slow it down a little bit, Diane. Run a little bit of clock.
If you slow it down against Eastern View, you're going to lose.
Not without Bowles in there, I don't believe.
I think. Second shot coming. Washington puts it in. 44-31. 13-point lead. Culpeper. 2:37 to go. Third period. And we almost got a ball in the lap here. Culpeper will control. In it comes to Robinson. Double team, knocked out of bounds by Brown. All kinds of Browns on this Eastern View team. That was Orion. And there goes Robinson down the lane for 2. Amaya Robinson.
Unless you get a layup, Donnie. If you get a layup, I'm going to let you go ahead and shoot it, okay?
Absolutely. 46-31. And we are really in uncharted territory now for Eastern View. They've never been behind this season by this much this late. Hayanku missed it. Ishmael to Fairfax, and she turned it over. They called it.
They finally called it, Donnie.
I think Mike Combs probably had a long discussion with the officials about that during halftime. Mia Tinsley.
They don't call it on Ja Moran very often, but he takes like 2 or 3 steps sometimes when he dribbles the ball.
Washington
with one dribble.
Got the roll. Destiny Washington. And we got a whistle. And a turnover, a palming.
Another palming call.
Yep.
Now, what's the difference in the second half than the first half? Because Autumn carried it, we made mention of it, carried it a little once or twice in the first half too, but they didn't call it.
I guess it's Mike McCombs got on him.
That's what I figured he would do.
Tinsley? No. Rebound Fairfax. And she's going to have to slow it down just a little bit, dribble that ball under control. She's not a guard. Hutcherson all the way off the glass. No, and she is fouled. Candace Brown is going to be charged with a foul.
Foul on number 14, Candace Brown. First foul of the night. Coming to the line is number 24, Kelly Hutcherson.
46-33 our score. Hutcherson at the line for Culpeper. Culpeper leading, and now by a score of 47-33, 14-point lead. And Culpeper's starting to feel it a little bit. They're smiling over here, but it's not over yet. A long ways to go. Hutcherson missed that one. Hidden player down there. Destiny Washington had it and lost it. Bailey Reagan holds it up. Amaya Robinson. Hutcherson way off the mark. Minute to go, third period. Ayanku. And we got a foul call.
Oh, Hutcherson.
Hutcherson is charged with the foul. And her daddy is out there saying she didn't do a thing. 47-33, not a shooting foul. Only the second team foul for Culpeper. Here in the second half. Tinsley, Ayanku. Ayanku wants to shoot. Now Brown shoots. Doesn't get it, but comes down with a loose ball. And Tinsley will set it up again.
This team really misses Bowles, I think, Donnie. I mean, I think she's a big presence in the middle, both when she does try to score, but from passing too.
Oh, look at that pass
Working
from
off
Fairfax. Oh my goodness. Beautiful pass from Fairfax to Hutcherson for an easy basket.
I think this is exactly what Culpeper needed going into the Battlefield District Tournament and the regional tournament, Donnie.
Oyanku can't make it.
It may get them going.
Reagan to Fairfax. As the third quarter comes to an end with a score, Culpeper 49, Eastern View 33. You're watching Culpeper High basketball on the Culpeper Media Network.
Able Heating and Air, answering any and all questions you may have about your HVAC system. There's peace of mind knowing they are able to keep your home comfortable. Able Heating and Air, 718-7556. Found in Sons, more than a respected funeral home, they support youth at all levels so they can become tomorrow's leaders. Found in Sons, 825-3530. Battlefield Automotive, willing to take your trade and offer up to 125% of Kelly Blue Book Fair Trade value, along with a free trade appraisal. Battlefield Automotive, 547-3673. Questioning your career path? Explore the opportunity of CNC Milling, a field that touches all corners of everyday life. Get your career on a new pathway. Hometown history is made with each passing season. Reconnect and remember those stories that helped shape Culpeper. Rediscover local sports documentary at localsportshistory.com.
Gary Deal, Eastern View Cyclones, undefeated through 19 games, have a big hole to dig themselves out of right now, trailing by 16 points with 1 quarter left to go.
Yes, and like I said earlier, this may be the game for Culpeper to get some confidence in their game and the way they're playing tonight. I think we'll do that going into the Battlefield District and the regional tournament. And I think it's really going to be important for them to feel this game tonight.
Amaya Robinson missed that. Chloe Bowles is now back in the ball game, tied up with Susie Ishmael, and ball will turn over to Eastern View. 49-33 is our score. Culpeper leading, 7:40 to go. We are in the fourth period.
Yeah, I'm not sure why Bowles was on the bench the whole third quarter. Maybe coach was thinking about going small or something, but I think they really missed her in there.
Well, I think she was, I thought she's not quite as fast as those two Culpeper tall girls.
Yeah, but she was getting a lot of rebounds and
Robinson,
a lot of nice passes.
trying to pick her way through some traffic. Ishmael back to Robinson. Layla Hackley on her. Underneath. And back out. And Reagan is fouled as she goes up for the follow-up shot. Bailey Reagan. You know, both these teams are in different regions. When we get to regional play, they won't be facing each other after district. And they both could go a long way.
Yes, they could, Donnie.
Maley Reagan puts the first one in. 50-33, 7:02 to go, fourth period. And Reagan cans them both.
That's 11 from Reagan tonight.
And that's, you can just about count on Culpeper having 3 people in double figures every ball game. Hayanku. Down the lane. Up. No good. Rebound. Fairfax. 51, 18-point lead for Culpeper. As Fairfax goes in and makes it a 20-point lead, 53-33. I didn't expect this.
22 for Fairfax.
Robinson ahead to Reagan, who lost the handle but got it back to Fairfax. Nice play by Maley Reagan. Amaya Robinson can't get it to fall. And foul is going to be called on Susie Ishmael.
Well, I didn't think it would be a 20-point lead, but I thought Culpeper could beat Eastern View, like I said earlier, if they could control the boards and get out in the transition game, and they have done that tonight.
I would never have believed a 20-point lead. I've watched Eastern View's girls all year long, and they just, I didn't think it could happen.
And number 13,
Layla Hackley working it outside, and now three-point shot up and no good by Tinsley. Washington missed, and a foul under. And the foul is going to be called on Fairfax. Corey Hutchison going over to discuss all this. And we got a timeout on the floor. While we got a timeout, we will mention the fact that if you're searching for a promising career, train to be certified, always in demand, machinists at newpathways.com. New Pathways, located at the Carver Center on Route 15. Take a new pathway to success at newpathwaystech.com. Found & Sons, more than a respected funeral home, they support youth at all levels so they can become tomorrow's leaders. Found & Sons, 825-3530. Battlefield Automotive, willing to take your trade and offer up to 125% of Kelly Blue Book value, along with a free trade appraisal. Battlefield Automotive, 547-3673. At the line, Destiny Washington. And during that timeout, Corey Hutchison had a big discussion with the official out there about certain aspects of the game.
Yeah, I think the big difference in the game tonight is Hayanku really hasn't found her consistent shot as she usually has, and hasn't been able to get to the hoop going downhill to get those shots that she can validate that are going in, where she is so good around the rim.
And
She's only had one of those tonight.
Chloe Bowles has been a non-factor.
Yes.
And we thought she would be more of a factor. And we got a foul called.
And Chloe, she needs to be more aggressive in the low post to where she's trying to score some, because she is a big presence in there, but she's got to be more aggressive trying to score the basketball.
I think she's intimidated by the Culpeper height. Oh, Fairfax tried to get it down to Reagan and just threw it right into the arms of a Eastern View player. Hayanku driving, hook shot, no good.
They won't fall tonight for Hayanku.
Reagan, and she threw it out. Eastern View getting some transition chances now, but they can't hit them. Washington. That's a scrappy little player right there, Destiny Washington.
Excellent pass by Layla Hackley.
And another turnover. 53-36.
So you don't think Culpeper should slow it down a little bit, Donnie, here? Not at all?
No, I think they'll get a good run going here in a minute. And they may stretch it out even more. Eastern View, and they're right there. Ooh, who touched it last? It's going to stay with Eastern View. You dance with who brung you. And speed got him here. Transition basketball got him here. Stay with it.
Well, Donnie, if I was the head coach, I wouldn't hire you as my assistant.
I would work with you anyway. Three-pointer. Oh, look at that move. It didn't go, but Amaya Robinson, beautiful head fake there. And it's Culpeper basketball. 4:31 to go in the game. Culpeper trying to spoil Eastern View's unblemished season, and we've got a timeout on the floor. And with 4:31 to go, we will pause for 30 seconds.
This broadcast is brought to you by the following community sponsors.
Able Heating and Air, 718-7556. Found in Sons, 825-3530. Battlefield Automotive, 547-3673. New Pathways Career and Technical Education, 423-2134. LocalSportsHistory.com. Learn more at info@localsportshistory.com.
Well, the PA system announcer is saying let's hear it for our cheering section over there, and a good cheering section for both teams, but Culpeper's got a good one with the pep band. And they've got something to cheer about, Gary Deal. Eastern View is trailing Culpeper by a score of 53-39 after Eastern View won the first game in this crosstown rivalry back in January. 4:31 to go. 53-39. Blue Devils with the basketball. Ishmael will toss it in. Maya Robinson down the lane, off the glass, got it.
Oh,
Amaya Robinson is starting to take control.
that was a nice drive.
That
by
was.
Robinson, it really was.
And she's got that little fake, a little head fake, and it's just really good ball. She's going to be something by the time she's a senior. And the hand in there by Maylee Reagan knocks it away and gives Culpeper the ball back. And Robinson is fouled via Tinsley. And it's a 1-and-1 now for the Devilettes. Tinsley charged with a foul, 7th team foul, as we said, on Eastern View. So Amaya Robinson will go to the line. She has 15. And now 16. She averages about 21 a game as a freshman. Two for two with nothing but net. 57-39, back to an 18-point lead. And a steal. Robinson 1-on-3, and she pulls it back out. Smart move.
Very good move, Donnie. I'm impressed with that. And from a freshman standpoint.
Did you see that? Oh, and she made a fantastic move there without walking. That was a classic move right there. Robinson, she's a good ball player. And Fairfax at the line, trying to up her total with 3:33 to go. And she got the first one for 1-and-1.
Number 14, Cadence Brown coming in.
Corey Hutchison over here petitioning the referee.
Fairfax makes this dining. She'll have 24. And she misses.
Ishmael can't get it to go. As a girl, you very seldom hear much about Susie Ishmael, but she plays good, solid basketball.
Yes, she does.
Brown got it. Little 12-foot two-pointer. 58-41 with 3:16 to go in the ball game. Culpeper leading Eastern View, and another timeout on the floor. And while we've got this timeout, we'll remind you about Able Heating and Air, our live sponsor, answering any and all questions you may have about your HVAC system. There's peace of mind knowing they are able to keep your home comfortable. Able Heating and Air, 718-7556. Found & Sons, more than a respected funeral home, they support youth at all levels so they can become tomorrow's leaders. Found & Sons, 825-3530. And UVA, Community Credit Union, strengthening the financial health of our members and of the Culpeper community. UVACreditUnion.org. I wouldn't have thought it, but Eastern View, 19-0, 17 points down to the Culpeper Devilettes with 3:16 to go in this ballgame, Gary Deal.
Donnie, can I give a shout out to Miss Bonnie Hitt?
Absolutely.
She, the board, we gave Bonnie Hitt, the board of supervisors for Culpeper County, presented her with the Colonel's Award this week, and so well deserved for someone that's dedicated most of their life to volunteer work in Culpeper. And Bonnie Hitt has been involved with basketball and youth basketball for 35 years with the Culpeper Youth Basketball League. And she's put a lot of effort into it. And thank you, Bonnie Hitt, for doing what you do and being involved with basketball for the youth for that long.
Well, almost a steal there by Eastern View. As a Culpeper Colonel, I will congratulate her too. Good gal.
The difference between her presentation and yours, Donnie, she didn't bring a guitar and sing at hers.
Well,
and you did.
I did. Hayanku, they just kind of let her go. Somebody put it up. Officials right my way. I can't see. Candace Brown. Hayanku for three. Nope. And foul is going to be called on Candace Brown. And it will send Autumn Fairfax to the line. 23 points for Fairfax tonight. One shy of her average for the season. And with 2:08 to go in this crosstown rivalry game, Fairfax will go to the line. Hayanku goes out. Via Tinsley will come in.
I think Hayanku might have twitched her ankle a little bit. And I think Coach McCombs is going to try to get some of his reserves in for the rest of the game.
Colby Smoot down in the ball game, number 25 for Eastern View. Fairfax missed that. And ball knocked out of bounds, or lost out of bounds by Eastern View, so it will belong to Culpeper. 2:06 to go in the ball game. Robinson turns. Little 6-footer will not go, and Ishmael is tied up. Remember, this is not the end of basketball. Next week we have Monday and Tuesday the Battlefield District Tournament. And after that, Eastern View's boys, Eastern View's girls, and Culpeper girls will be involved in regional play. So we're going to have basketball for you for a long time. And we hope it's as competitive as we've had some games this year. We've had some really good ones. Candace Brown can't get the three. Outside, Hackley. And Fairfax comes down with the rebound. 1:36 to go. 58-41. Robinson, way off the mark. She's not been, she had those 2-3 pointers in the first half, but other than that, she's been a little cold from outside tonight.
Yeah, but she's taking the ball to the hoop quite effectively tonight, Donnie.
So, yeah.
And if I was Coach Hutcherson, I think I'd take some of these starters out, like Fairfax and Robinson. We don't want to twist an ankle or something like that before the regionals and the Battlefield District Tournament.
Colby Smoot got the basket. And will go to the line. She was fouled. 1 minute, 18 seconds left in this game. Smoot missed it, got it back. Steele. Fairfax, one-on-one, missed it. And tie up down there. We don't know what way the arrow's pointing, but the Indians are going that way. .106 left, 58-43. Culpeper is going to ruin Eastern View's perfect season. Hutcherson driving, missed it. Ishmael trying to save it, and she rolled out of bounds. And Corey Hutcherson sends in 5 reserves with a hand for the Culpeper starters.
This is a good win, like I said earlier, Donnie, for Culpeper. You know, it's going to give them some motivation. It's going to improve their confidence going into the Battlefield District Tournament and the regionals. And I think it's something they really needed.
We got some good basketball yet to come. It will also may serve as a wake-up call for Eastern View, too, because they're going to have some really good, tough competition going into the regionals.
I think if Eastern View doesn't get Bowles involved in the game more from a scoring aspect, Donnie, I'm not sure they're going to go very far. I mean, I think that she is a big presence in there. You got to use her in that low post, not only for passing from the high post like she was doing the first half, but you got to put her down there and let her go to work a little bit and get 10 or 12 points, 15 points a game with easy baskets. And I think Coach McCombs is probably going to realize that.
Layla Hackley missed it. Eastern View keeps the ball. Brown. Ella Corbin lost it. Mia Tinsley the other way. Hackley for 3. Got it. As the ball game comes to an end, the final score, Culpeper, a 12-point winner over Eastern View by a score of 58-46. We'll be back with a recap in just a moment. You've been watching Culpeper High Basketball on the Culpeper Media Network.
Able Heating and Air, answering any and all questions you may have about your HVAC system. There's peace of mind knowing they are able to keep your home comfortable. Able Heating and Air, 718-7556. Found & Sons, more than a respected funeral home, they support youth at all levels so they can become tomorrow's leaders. Found & Sons, 825-3530. Battlefield Automotive, willing to take your trade and offer up to 125% of Kelly Blue Book Fair Trade value, along with a free trade appraisal. Battlefield Automotive, 547-3673. Questioning your career path? Explore the opportunity of CNC Milling, a field that touches all corners of everyday life. Get your career on a new pathway. Hometown history is made with each passing season. Reconnect and remember those stories that helped shape Culpeper. Rediscover local sports documentary at localsportshistory.com.
All right, we are back. Culpeper, the Devilettes, upset the Eastern View Cyclones, ruined their perfect season. 58-46, the final score, and you called it early. Before the game, you said if the rebounding held for Culpeper, they could pull it out, and they did.
Yeah, but like you said too, Donnie, I didn't think it would be by 20 points. You know, I thought Culpeper could win this game if they controlled the boards and let Autumn Fairfax and Amaya Robinson and Regan run in transition. And they did tonight. And Angie Hianku didn't have her normal game. And Bowles, like you said earlier too, wasn't a factor like I thought she was going to be. And so, as you said as well, it's kind of an eye-opening experience probably for Eastern View and a confidence builder for Culpeper.
Well, both these teams are going into the regionals. We got the district tournament Monday and Tuesday, and it will be at Eastern View. So you folks can get out and see that if you don't watch it on TV. And then we got the regionals that start next week. And this game, you know, the Eastern View girls will move on in one region. The Culpeper girls will move on in another region, but Culpeper, or Eastern View's boys, will also be involved in the regional tournament. So, you know, we got a lot of basketball left. Let's go down to scoring here and put this one to bed.
For Eastern View tonight, Destiny Washington had 11 points, and Angie Hianku had 9.
And that's the first time Angie's been held under double figures, I would think, in a long time.
Yeah, I agree with you, Donnie. Autumn Fairfax for Culpeper had another good game. She had 23 points. A lot of those points, again, in transition. Amaya Robinson had 17. Didn't shoot the ball that great from the outside, from the perimeter, but took the ball to the hoop quite effectively tonight. And Maylee Regan also had a good game tonight. She had 11 points.
All right, that just about does it. The Eastern View boys win in a lopsided victory over Culpeper, and the Culpeper girls avenge an earlier season loss and come back and defeat the Eastern View Cyclones by a score of 58-46 and ruin Eastern View's perfect season. Eastern View now 19-1, and Culpeper is now 17-4 on the season. Till the next time we see you, we thank you for watching, and we'll remind you that you've been watching Culpeper High Basketball.